Oh, let me set that camera right, and we're good to go. What's up, guys? It's been a while since we've done a live stream. It's been a little bit since you've even heard from me because fishing's just sucky and I haven't got to get out and make a video. But we'll get into that in just a little while. I used to like to make these videos, these little live streams, every time that, or every day that I didn't upload a video to YouTube. So this week I haven't been able to get out and make a video, and that's why we're here. Usually, it used to be every single day. Now it's right now. So that's what today is all about. I hope you guys can hear me. The wind's kind of messing me up. Everything, fishing is messing me up. Wind is messing me up. Lighting is messing me up. That's about how it goes. But we're sitting here chilling in the new boat. There's the front over. That's what she looks like. She's pretty. You guys are gonna get to see, exactly what she looks like here shortly. You already know if you saw the last video, but we're gonna get a lot of time in this thing this year, and I'm super excited about that. There's a car going by, yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to rig cameras up in here. I want to put one in the back, but that's not gonna work if I have like a co-angler with me. I want to put one right here on the windshield. I can't find the mount for it. I can find them online. I just haven't had time to order one. I found one in Walmart, and like within a day, they sold out of them, and they had like four of them for like $2. They were really cheap, like a suction cup mounts for a GoPro. But I didn't get one, so we're stuck with that. We'll figure out something. Should be pretty cool. I want to get like some different angles from a boat that most people don't have. You see the motor picture or the motor video whenever people put it on their motor. Some people put a tripod on the back. They put a camera here. I saw Gerald Swindle do a video on Wired to Fish where he put a camera up by the trolling motor by the front light. I think it like screwed into the light or it was added to the light, something like that. It was really weird, but it looked cool. It looked really nice the way he had it set up. I should watch that video. But that's about where I am in life. Fishing's been tough. Kentucky Lake is completely jacked up right now. A lot of different things are jacked up right now on the lake. Today is the first day where it hasn't been where I can't exactly fish it. Like it's a TVA lake. They roll current through it by the dam that creates electricity and whatnot. However that works, and they've had so much current rolling through that it's hard to actually fish it efficiently. And I definitely can't take this thing out. I tried that, and I couldn't even get out of the creek I was fishing, which probably isn't a bad thing. We'll talk about that in another video, the next video I have planned. But yeah, for right now, we're gonna chill out on the bank for just a little bit, see what happens there. But yeah, Kentucky Lake's been kind of bad. It's been difficult. Like I said, today was the first day where it wasn't unbearable to fish, and it wasn't terrible to the point where you just look at it and go, no, this isn't happening. But running a boat through it, stuff like that, all the trash that's going through it, the logs, everything else has made it pretty difficult to, navigate from a boat standpoint. And being hit by those waves, no matter where I stand in some of the back of a creek, just makes it really uncomfortable as well. There's another vehicle. But yeah, fishing's been tough. I'm still putting stuff in here. I just got all the rods set up the way that I want them, batteries and everything. I'm trying to figure out the weight distribution in this thing because it wants to ride towards the driver's side over here and kind of lean a little bit. So I have a concrete cinder block back there. I'm probably going to stick somewhere over here and see if that evens out just a little bit. But I don't know if that's going to work or not. But yeah, so wintertime fishing is what I'm focusing on right now. I haven't made a video on that this year. Every year I try to go back through how I fish a certain, season. And this year I've learned some stuff. I found some stuff out that I haven't normally seen, as a bank angler, actually taking this thing out two or three times. I, it's a different ball game, and I didn't think it was as different as it really is. So there's that. That's kind of different. It's kind of cool. Haven't really, got to play with it a lot, but I played with it enough to know how I like to, set the motor trim wise and how to drive it in a safe manner, especially with all this current and stuff. The two times that I have taken out in the current, it's been unbearable with the trolling motor. Trolling motor is only like a I think it's a 50-pound or 48-pound thrust, so that doesn't do very well in the current. You got to go in the backs of the creeks, or find an anchor. I should probably do that. Like I said, I got that cinder block. It might become an anchor too. Doesn't it works. I don't see why it wouldn't work. But I hope you guys can hear me. I'm kind of in the wind a little bit. It's kind of weird. I haven't done this in forever. But what's this do? Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do this. You can like change colors. That's different. But yeah, cool. Awesome. I didn't know you could do that. You can change it like you can a picture, a filter. Cool. All right. But yeah, fishing. It's been difficult working all the time right by the lake. Kind of sucks too because you can see it like right there, and you know that it's there, which just makes you want to go fishing even more. The other day I pulled up in front of work in the boat, like in front of where I work at, and it was a Saturday, and I was still at work, and I had to sit there and think about why I was still at work. Didn't catch anything either. That didn't help at all. Oh, Kentucky Lake guy, what's up, dude? Yeah, I gotta get that figured out. I really wanna. I'd love to put a power pole on this thing. I think that would be awesome, but it won't really help me whenever I'm out on the main lake. Like, doesn't do you any good to have a 12-foot pole when you're sitting in 30 feet of water, or anything more than 12 foot, really. I can see why guys. I always thought it was funny thinking of Kentucky Lake as an offshore fishery for like bass and stuff, and all these guys have power poles. But then like springtime, that makes more sense. I can get behind that. Makes a lot more sense. But yeah, it's been kind of a struggle. It's been a struggle to get out. It's been a struggle to do everything when I'm gone all the time. 3 people. Woo! Yeah, well, let's look at the boat for just a minute. I haven't shown you guys exactly what all I've done to it. I haven't done a lot. I finally got all the tackle put in. Kind of not organized at all. Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Rods are in. Everything I'm gonna need minus probably a better anchor. Or an anchor at all. I don't actually have one yet. I do have cinder block sitting over there, but that's not doing me any good right now. It's propping up the battery box so batteries can charge, but it is what it is. There's the wind again kicking up, trying to get in my way. But yeah, I'm excited. I wanna get out and go fishing. I haven't. It's been a minute. I haven't been able to go a lot. I went yesterday, caught the first fish of 2019. Tried to film a video, but it was just so terrible with this wind. I don't think the GoPro caught any of the audio. That kind of sucks a little bit. It was a crappie. It was a little big crappie on I think it was a Magnum crankbait, which makes no sense whatsoever, like at all. I'll, I'll never understand that. But such is life and whatnot. Move this camera around here. Yeah. So have you guys done any fishing? There's every bit of 3 of you watching right now. We did have 4, but 4 jumped off. That's what's up. I know a lot of people don't like fishing right now because it's a little more, I guess, difficult. But once you find them, usually you can find good ones, like really good ones. It's weird because this is my least favorite time to fish, but it's also my favorite because you can catch these giants, like these really, really big ones. It's almost like spawn fishing is probably my favorite because you have big fish and you have big fish up shallow. Right now you've got big fish out deeper, but they're still big fish, and big fish are what we all go for, I guess. If you don't go for big fish, then I don't understand you. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Why are you not going after big fish? Unless you're micro fishing, in which case I understand completely. That's kind of fun as well. So where I work at, there's a weird like parking lot, It's a parking lot. It's right by the lake, and I noticed that there's a creek by it today or behind it, and I thought it was like some kind of discharge from the plant or something, just something out of that. But I guess it comes from the lake because I dropped a jig in it and caught a bluegill during my lunch break. So I guess during lunch I can go fishing now. I guess I don't see why not. It's different. Nobody else believed me, so I guess I'm gonna have to go out and show some people tomorrow or whatever. But that was pretty cool. It's pretty different. Like you don't normally whenever I think of like a break, I've seen videos where people go fishing during their lunch break and they try to catch a fish, but like usually they have to drive and go someplace. I just got out of my truck and walked like to the back of my truck and threw a lure in a creek. I mean, that's that's crazy. I didn't think it actually fed into the lake. I thought it was like just some crap, some bad water, whatever, something like that. So, yeah, it's going. Let's talk about electronics real quick. If you guys are down with that, I'm down with electronics. I'll move you over. So the boat came with a Raymarine Dragonfly 5 with the GPS on it. I think that's what it is or was, and it's cool. You know, it's but it's small. I really like to have a bigger screen right here, like in the driver's seat or console, whatever. But I'm gonna take the Raymarine, the Dragonfly 7 off of the kayak, the big screen that I have on there, and uh, put it right there. I hope. Hey man, can I buy some custom jigs from you? You know, I haven't made any of my jigs in quite a while. Um, they nobody, a few people wanted them. I got a couple people that wanted to buy them, and whoop, I let them have a couple, or they bought a couple actually. But I haven't really made any in a while. I only had the one size that I used, and it was like a, or I had no, I had three sizes and three colors. But that that section of baits or that selection of baits, I don't really have a lot of left. You can check out my friend Doug at Fishing FX. He's got some cool jigs. I don't work with him anymore, but he's got some good stuff. Also, JH Flipping Jigs. You guys used to hear me talk about them a lot. They had some good jigs, some great jigs, some more football jigs, stuff like that. I didn't make any football jigs. I never had any football jigs, but yeah, they're good. I like jigs. I really love football jigs. That's like my favorite thing to do. And with the lake high like it is, I'm sure it's probably a great thing right now to go flip some bushes and stuff. I haven't done that. Really should do that. Uh, Fish finders are cheating. I think, yeah, to a point, I think they are. Uh, they on a lake like Kentucky Lake, I get it. Fishing that offshore stuff, I know back in the day they didn't use it, but most of the time I don't even rely on my graph, my fish finder, for anything other than uh, depth. Like I want to know where I'm at. I like using the GPS. That's one thing. This thing had a GPS, but it didn't have a Navionics card, and for some reason mine doesn't work in it. So I'm just gonna upgrade the whole entire unit, and it's good to have if you're running a boat through shallow water. You need to know approximately how deep you are because you don't want to ruin a prop. You don't want to ruin a lower unit. That stuff gets really expensive really 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 fast, like super fast. But sometimes if I'm in an offshore fishery or I'm looking at points or something, I'll see how deep it is, but I don't really rely on them to tell me where fish are. What's the best spinning rod for a decent price to get for a Daiwa 3000 spinning reel? It depends on what you want to do with it. I keep pressing this button. Yeah. So for me, Cast King is a huge supporter of my channel. Some people don't like them. I don't understand it, but their rods are really really nice. They're Speed Demon rods. That's what I would suggest for a spinning reel. Um, it just depends on what you want to do with it. A good all-around one would be like a 7 foot or 7'3" medium fast action tip rod. That's what I would go with if it's just for kind of an all-around sort of thing. But I don't get too technical with the spinning rods. I have one in the boat. I've only ever had one, and if I can keep it that way, I'm only going to keep one. Uh, I'm just not a big finesse spinning rod kind of guy. Ned rig, drop shot. That's about all I use it for. Maybe like an crappie, like underspin or something. But I don't really fish with them at all, so it doesn't really make any sense for me to own them. I keep looking in the camera and seeing that bad looking. Well, it's not bad. It's a good looking car. I love it. But yeah, I I don't have the same mount for this graph either. I've got to figure out how that works because it's on. Everything's on the kayak, and I have no idea how this one's put on, how it like it's connected. It's not connected. There's some kind of weird button on there. I don't know what it does, but yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Just struggling with fishing, trying to. Whoa, okay. Well, here's a what was a Carolina rig. This actually, you know what? A Carolina rig is probably one of the best fish finders you can have. If you're on the bank, if you're in a kayak, if you're in a boat, you can use this. Take a half ounce, 3/4 ounce, or even an ounce. I don't care. Weight and just drag it on the bottom. You can feel what you're fishing. If you have rock, if you have a soft bottom, if you have grass, you can find it way better with a Carolina rig. I don't know if you guys know what a Carolina rig is. I assume you probably do, but you can find fish a lot better and uh, a lot. Not I'm not gonna say easier, but you can at least find the bottom, what kind of bottom you're fishing, way better than you can with a graph. I don't care how good you are with a graph. You can use this thing and just feel with your rod, and you know it tells you almost the same thing. Some people know how to do it with the whole find the depth. I can't really find depth with it. I've never understood the whole fall rate thing that people have or that they talk about with lures, like this lure falls at 1 foot a second or something like that. I don't usually go off of that, but some people are good at it. Some people are really good at it. I'm just fishing. I mean, I'm not very scientific. I know where fish are. I know where fish should be, and I know that 90% of the time I'm not around them here of late anyway. Now we might be able to get on some newer water, I guess, with this. That's that's like the goal because I'm fishing all this stale water. Everywhere I fish, I'm within 20 miles of my house, so there's like a bunch of ponds, one decent lake, and then you have Kentucky, and Kentucky just it's a mistress. I know how to find fish on it, but I'm not good at catching them on it. It's just eh. Now this year I want that to change. I want to be really good. I really, really want to do some offshore fishing. Um, that that'll come as it comes, I guess. But well, let me get the chat back up again. It'll pull back up. Carolina rig catfishing. That's how I want to take that back. That's how I used to do it. That was the only way I used to do it, or use a. That's the only way I used to catfish. I'd make a Carolina rig, and I got where I noticed that I was getting bites, but it was difficult to tell, and they have to like move the weight to feel it. And after thinking about it, I was already whenever I catfished a lot, I was already into bass fishing a ton, and after thinking about that concept of the weight on the Carolina rig moving and making that some resistance to where you can't tell if there's a bite, I was like, why not use a drop shot? Like you have the weight down at the bottom, but then every little bite that you get with the hook, like your bait and everything, you can see it, you can visually see it, you can feel it. It's that's what I went with. That's just my personal thing. I'm not telling you how to fish. I know you know how to fish, but yeah, that's just the way that I do it. Oh man, I used to not even use a weight at all. I was very bad at catfishing. Bird about took my camera. That was cool. Wow. But Yep. Kill switch. Just got one of those finally. For whatever reason, this boat didn't come with one. I don't really want to know what that's about, but yeah, it didn't happen. I had to go get one. Oh, I am just so jacked about this year. It's going to be great. One other issue that I'm having right now with the whole boat thing is my truck doesn't like to pull it anymore. I don't know why. I used to pull bigger boats than this with it, but it also went over 250,000 miles like back in September, and she's getting old. She don't like to giddy up and go like she used to. So that makes everything a little more difficult as far as pulling this thing, getting it out of the water, getting it to the lake, getting it back. It's just, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out and get something else. I don't really know what yet. I'd love to get a Tahoe. I don't see a lot of people pulling boats with Tahoes around here. Maybe like one or two, but that's about it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go inside. It's getting a little dark. It's starting to get dark. You can't see it now that I've changed this filter thing with the camera. I didn't know you could do that. I hope it goes both ways, but it might. Like it has. Oh, I don't like that. That's different. Let's go back to, yeah, that worked. But yeah, guys, thanks for chilling with me for a little bit. Sorry I didn't upload a video. I want to at least do one a day, or not one a day, but at least one a week. I used to be one a day. It was always one a day, no matter what. If I, had to sit out here and do a live stream or do whatever, and work kind of got in the way of that, such as life, I guess. But I'd really like to get back into the whole a video a day or a video every 2 days at the most. Like last year, like what I was doing, that was a good time. And as the summer starts to set in, like right now, I think it's almost 5 o'clock, maybe something like that. It should be almost 5. I can't get to pull up, but yeah, it's 4:53 here. So yeah, it's getting darker. I remember deer hunting this year. It was dark right now. Like whenever I killed the 2 deer you guys saw in the video, it was already dark right now, and I was dragging them out. So now I only remember that because I looked down at my phone once. That's all. That was I think it's 4:52, but that's whatever. Anyway, guys, let me know like what you want to see next. I've got some videos planned, but I made this channel for entertainment for you guys, and you guys telling me what you want to see is like what I need. Like that helps fuel a fire in me and tells me what kind of video. It's weird. Like I know what I want to do, but I want to incorporate what people like to watch too. I love making these videos. I love sitting down and editing them, but sometimes like my ideas just don't pan out well, and I want it's hard to explain. Like if you guys ever do it, you'll understand. It's completely different. But that's all I got for today, guys. Hopefully I'll get a video out this week. I've got one I really want to do. I think could help you guys if you struggle to find fish like I have previously. Maybe not so much anymore. Still a lot, but not all the time. But that's still up in there. That's another day or two away. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you right here, I guess, next time. There's a train going by and it's very loud. I'll see you guys later.